Dear students, welcome to SST class. So this is a continuation video of chapter local self-government and the rural institutions under the local self-government. In this video we are going to discuss about the topic that is need and importance of the local self-government. So when we talk about the local self-government, the meaning of the local self-government has been discussed in the last video. So if you have not seen that video, you are supposed to go to the previous link and see the video. Now moving ahead, when we talk about the need and importance of the local self-government. So first of all, the problems of the local area, the issues that are concerned with the people of the village or town, the issues that are concerned in the local level are well known by the people, those who are belonging to that particular locality, right? So effective management of the local affairs. Local affairs or issues or problems would be known well to the people, those who are living in that particular locality, and they could be also addressed by those people only, those who are living in that particular locality. The people, those who are not living in that particular local area, they would not be able to understand the problems and issues of the area that they do not live in. Now we consider state government. Now state government is located in a particular place. When we talk about the villages that are far away from the capital city of the state, should be addressed by someone. Their local problems, their local issues should be addressed. If they are not addressed at the local level, they have to approach to the state level, which is very difficult task. So this is an effective management of the local affairs. So local issues and local affairs are handled locally only. The people of the village, the people of the city or town have not to go to the state government in order to fulfill their demands or address their demands or problems. Next is self-government. So when we talk about self-government, so democracy is a form of government in which is elected by the people. Means here we are saying that the main source of power is the people, are the people itself. So when we are saying that people are having the power to take the decision, people themselves are having the power to take the decision. Now when we talk about the state government, are people taking the decisions? Although they are taking the decisions indirectly, but their direct decision participation is not there. When we talk about the central level government, again the direct participation is not there. So when we talk about the village level, in village level each and every person is participating in decision making process. That is why it is known as grassroots democratic institution, local self-government. So here the people themselves are taking their decisions. Now we could not make it sure that all the people from the nation are taking the decision. Now the huge population of India, is it possible to accumulate at one place and take the decision of the country? No, it is never ever possible. So at the local level at least, each and every decision should be taken by the opinion of each and every citizen of that particular area, of that particular locality. Next is good training for running state and central government. Now when we talk about the ministers, those who are ruling in the state or central government, have they directly approached to the state or central government, or they might have did any particular work in their locality? If you want to become a principal of the school, you have to first be a teacher, right? Until unless you are not a teacher, you could not hold the position of the principal of the school directly. So same is the case here. So good training. So local government provided good training to run the state and the central government. So the people, those who are running the state and central government, once upon a time they were under the local government only. They were at the first stage of development. They have not reached the top of the roof in just one jump. No, they had to travel through the stairs, and the first stair to become to be a part of central or state government is a local government. To be a part of local government. Last point here is relief burden upon the state government. Now pay attention, Bachchi. A state government could rule for 5 years, right? And for example, in the case of Punjab, there are more than 12,000 villages in our Punjab. If that particular state government is visiting each and every village in that 5 years, you could not even think that how many villages would be covered in one day, right? So in one day the state government could not fulfill all the demands of that particular village. In order to fulfill the demands they have, the state government has to assemble at a place and take the decision. But here state government is relieved from the burden, because state government has issued the power to the local government to address, to take care of the law and order, to take care of the politics, to take care of the society, to take care of the economy, to take care of the development, education, health and transportation system of that particular locality. So by this, the work burden has been shared with the villages along with the opportunities and along with the powers. So state government has shared its power with the local government, because of which state government is having now less burden to develop each and every village, because the local government has been assigned the duty to develop their particular locality. So this was all about our need and importance of the local self-government. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Stay home, stay safe.